More countries, particularly in Africa, may begin to look inwards in their quest for COVID-19 vaccines, as India, the biggest supplier of the Oxford AstraZeneca jabs, have stopped more supplies owing to constraints. However, Nigeria's Minister of Health, Osagie Ehanire, says lack of adequate funds is the principal reason for its delay. Details in this report. The struggle to acquire vaccines, as well as a dearth in healthcare funds, has left the Nigerian government scrambling to acquire vaccines from other countries. The Health Minister, Osagie Ehanire, who spoke at a press briefing organized by the presidential media team, said while the government is open to local production of the coronavirus vaccine, the uncertainty over the ability to raise $1.5 million cost of clinical trial is responsible for the delay.
There are at least two, perhaps even three, Nigerian organizations that have laboratories that have developed what you call vaccine candidate. In fact, yesterday we were also talking to a fourth Nigerian laboratory based in Maryland, USA. He has also produced his own vaccine candidate. A vaccine candidate means that you have already been able to get the antigen, you have worked with it, and you have produced something that will work. Now, you have to do what is called the clinical trials. Clinical trial means you go through testing it, that it's safe. First of all, it's safe, does it cause a problem? Secondly, that it does what it promises to do, generate antibodies in your system. Okay? So you go through those clinical trials, which are very detailed and they're expensive. And one of our researchers here who has produced such a candidate vaccine, I asked him, how much do you think you will need to go through these clinical trials, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3? At least $1.56 million US.
While government bids for sponsors and investors in local production of the vaccine, the health minister says Nigeria is open to receive any AstraZeneca vaccine rejected by other countries due to fears of blood clot complications.
What we are doing now is approaching countries. We do what we call bilateral. Bilateral is that you approach certain countries who have surplus or who have declared they have surplus and say, will you share with us? There's one country that announced that they won't use AstraZeneca anymore. So we are going to contact that country. If you're not going to use it, send it to us. We are using it. It's working well for us.
On his part, the Director General of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, Chikwe Ihekwazu, said despite Nigeria's success in stemming infection rates, the country must not let its guard down in maintaining all safety protocols.
Over the last few months, what we have learned is really to be humble as we deal with this pandemic. Many of the countries that we celebrated in the beginning of the outbreak, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, Taiwan, are now in the middle of a severe resurgence of cases, recording over 1,000 cases a day. Japan, that was celebrated, is on the verge of having major challenges in the hosting of the Olympics. So why do I say this? As much as we acknowledge we have done well, we must be humble in our understanding of the situation in Nigeria and not drop our guards at all.
While the World Health Organization has raised the alarm over Africa's inability to manage a new wave due to a standstill in vaccine rollout, the Nigerian government says it is doing everything it can to protect its citizens through the provision of oxygen and vaccines. Folashade Ogurinde, TV 360 News.